Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Rhadamant Plays Stationeers Venus episode 16, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's get started. This is going to be a little complicated. I'm going to have to do it in situ. So here's the deal. Oh, I am so dumb. Yeah, Fangface, you're right. I keep forgetting to turn off that gas mixer. That is like my Achilles heel. And you had pinged me, I think like a minute, like I'm not going to be able to get to it. And, can I spike the base power from the outside? I need flashing lights. Yeah, I know. No, what I need to do is I need to just set a reader and a writer to keep it from doing that. Because, yeah, I think in this autosave, there's not enough time for me to get inside. No, it just blew up. Yeah, it's like day after tomorrow or something. Just bound to blow up. You can have different alarm lights to warn you about things. But I think the best way to do it is just to read the pressure of the canisters and to turn it off automatically. The thing is, if you're going to engineer a system, you can either have it warn you or you can have it just manage it for you. And the managing it for you is going to be the easier way. Because this is the bane of my existence right here. So I apologize. We've lost some time. Well, I don't even know what it's working on. Let's go upstairs. Okay, so all the ferns are in. Yep. So clearly I wasn't working on that. Let's combine the coal and the lead. No, that's not what I meant to do. The lead. Start smelting the gold. Okay. Okay, these tanks, good enough. Now the purpose of this, for those that don't know, these tanks hold the base air. Basically the air that I'm putting into the base to make the base nicer. So it's kind of a necessary evil, but I really need to engineer it better. Clearly, that should be a goal, if proposed, I would work on, obviously. Okay, it is tempered out. We can go outside, and we're making steel still. Yep. Let's do that. Why even the canisters? Because it holds more volume than without the canisters. The canisters add volume. They're just they're pressure sensitive. So, kind of a necessary evil. But, I'm right now working on the wind and solar because that was the last thing we all voted on. And then once I'm done with wind and solar, I will allow you to vote on the next goal. So now, wind and solar. So the issue with wind and solar is for us to work on the wind and solar, I do need more steel. And for us to make steel, I need to make it smarter than what I'm making now. So let's go ahead and break these down again. Because essentially there's precious gas that I want to capture and harvest before we move this furnace. Okay, so this here is 1700 kPa of pure oxygen. And then what I'm going to be doing is the output of, well, let me get my copper bars. Oh, what? Fine, whatever. It's fine. I'll smelt that later. So I want to filter all of this furnace's gases through my base filtration to be able to pull all of the unfired oxygen out of it, so I'm not wasting oxygen. So all of this setup that you see right now is temporary. Completely and utterly temporary, which is why I am going for maximum ugliness. And I'm gonna need more pipes. We dropped the wind and solar goal? No, we have not. I just can't work on wind and solar without steel. There's no point in making wind and solar if there's nowhere to store the power, and I don't have steel to store the power. Steel is a required material for both batteries and solar power panels, and I don't have steel. I have too little of it to be able to. I have only 32 grams in my entire base left, so we need to make some. All right, 9 pipes should be enough. I'll have to color these yellow for consistency. Is there any other liquids besides water? Not yet that I know of. This song is called Magical Gravity. Nice. All right, let's dye these purple pipes yellow. Make this less ugly, even though it's temporary. And then as soon as I set this up, it's going to start filtering all of the gas that's in the base immediately, because the filters pull. So as you'll see, the NPA here will drop. Oh, well, yeah, if I turn that on. There we go. Boom. And then it's unfortunately 200 degrees Celsius, but all of the carbon dioxide, well, all the nitrogen, H2, and oxygen, and X is going to be stored. Because I am ultimately going to move this this furnace. And the atmospherics kit I can put away for now. I'm not going to need it. And then what I'm going to do is slowly break down everything else here. So that we can move this bad boy. And once it's empty of all gas, which it's currently processing right now. Once it's empty of all gas, we'll be able to remove it and not lose any of its gas. Because there's still moles of oxygen and nitrogen and hydrogen in there that we can use to refire up the base. Oh, the pipe isn't into the system yet? Yeah, true. Well, we have to go inside for that. Would the vacuum chamber cool? Yeah, I could use the vacuum chamber to do that with radiant piping. It would just require all 5 gases to be piped around a lot. So it would work. It would just be a lot of pipes. Or alternatively, making another vacuum chamber right above here. But then the trouble is, of course, you can't turn it off. Like so let's say we pipe these pipes up into a vacuum chamber. It would be difficult. Then you have the problem of like regulating temperature, because it's just going to chill it forever and ever and ever and ever, and nothing really stops that. So like for instance, this X that I have here is -26 Celsius. you don't necessarily want the gases you're introducing in your base to chill to like critical temperatures. Hey, look at the power, man. Oof. Let's kill our wall color for now. And then pipes and wrench. So now that that's connected, it's going to start filtering. So you'll see here, we are, you know, if you look at the oxygen, it's going to be adding moles of oxygen to it. So it's 981 moles, 982 moles, so on and so forth. It's climbing. Hydrogen should be climbing too. Whoa. Problem? I don't have a volatiles filter in there. That's super dumb. All right, so we'll have some hydrogen in there, but obviously I messed up and didn't have any to start. Okay. And I would say it's probably vacuumed out that furnace chamber now. Let me just check on all my filters. 44%, 100%, 64. Carbon doesn't matter. Pollutant is fine too. Let's suck some nitrogen and make sure our tanks have a little bit of gas. Poking my head real hard to remember to turn that off. Here comes the sun, so we're not going outside anytime soon. What do you do with empty filters? You can recycle them in a recycler. Back into some iron. So recycler, and you would also want to build a centrifuge to reclaim them. Okay, that's probably enough. Yep, 6. And let's turn off the intake for nitrogen, even though we're out of it. And then to prevent heat buildup unnecessarily in our base, let's also just cut that out entirely and replace this section, because we don't need a pipe that goes from outside to inside during peak noon. Yeah, it was about to get hot on the nitrogen intake. That's why we cut it. It's off now. Base Atmo, how we doing? There is some X. Why is there X? Where did the X come from? I don't remember printing it or releasing it. All right, well, let's filter, scrub the X out. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea why, how or why X got in the base. It's a little concerning. So here's a full-grown fern that I'm just gonna leave to make me oxygen. I put the air conditioner on the platform when it had X in it. Well, no, it's plumbed. There's plumbing to filter the X out, so that's not it. Maybe I farted. I farted chlorine gas, you think? I guess. Be a hell of a fart. That's all I'm going to say. Hell of a fart. Another thing I could do, let's check the temperatures of these gases. So 46, so they're all about room temperature. These have all equalized with room temperature. The X is a little hotter. The carbon dioxide is oddly a little cooler. Silent but deadly, yeah. I'm glad I didn't have my suit off because a little unexpected X is not good for the lungs. But the portable scrubber gets rid of it quickly. So what I could do is I could purposely put in a large battery into this thing and just keep it on all the time just in case of there being X leaks. What is fatal for a person in Stationeers X-wise? I don't even know. Alright, whatever, if there was X up here, it's gone now. The air conditioner doesn't have any X. There's no X in the base as far as I can tell. Yeah, as little as 1% you start freaking out. I know, maybe if it's fractional it's not a problem, but 1% I do realize it's bad. When you destroy pipes like that, X wouldn't leak. Pipes don't leak unless they rupture. Like the way it works is a concentration of 0.1 mole. Okay, well, basically X in Atmo bad. We know that. It's from save scumming? Yeah, maybe. It's my punishment. Let's put the back pressure regulator on, and we're going to start sipping gases. That's cool. So now you're gonna see circulation now. Well, you might not actually see it because it's so slow. Do I know that it's 120 Fahrenheit plus in my base? Yep. And that's total. I'm in a suit, so it doesn't really affect me at all. Oh boy. It's a freaking garden up here. Oh, I don't think you realize how happy that makes me. Three moles old too, and I'm sure that's going to climb with a bunch of these mature, mature ferns. So let's put the good battery. Let me put this away. Let's put the good battery in the scrubber for X. The air conditioner I don't really care about right now. Sorry, buddy. Love how rough I can be with equipment. I think you can compress equipment again. You can like minify it. Yeah, whatever. Are you gonna move the pipe to filter the AC output? I'm not going to work on anything besides really getting wind power. So, because that was decidedly voted on. Are we still working on making steel? Yes. We're making steel. Well, I guess I should fill in the whole project. Making steel to add power to the grid. So the idea I have is putting my batteries on this floor here. Which means we're going to want some paneling. Which uses, of course, more steel. Do we have any walls? Plastic sheet? Yeah, we have a wall. Okay, this song can stop. Thank you. I don't know if that's going to look right, so we might have to adjust. Yeah, I'm just stuck inside. I can't really go outside without, you know, risk of death. So we'll have to sort of indirectly work on the project. Okay, 3 more tiles, 3 more wall tiles up there. Oops. It's not a perfectly curated playlist. That is for sure. Okay, we definitely want to conserve power because we're a little low. And this is all the more reason to work on the power grid project. Looks like the sun is low in the sky. Yeah, it's getting cooler. So I'll be able to go outside. Have you considered using cladding for interiors? I could use cladding. Cladding would allow... It doesn't insulate, but it would allow for, you know, cladding's fine. I like the aesthetic of the floor tiles, though, personally. But I've got nothing against cladding, per se. Which mug are we using? We're using your mug, man. Using the cheese mug. Now, another really... Oh, it's so much nicer to walk around in here now. Another thing that I'm going to need to manage is to add walls to the... inside the vacuum room. So I'm going to need to print up 2 more walls. Floor grating could be fine too. If I didn't want to vacuum. In fact, we could have you vote on it. Because floor grating can make sense between floors. You'd be able to see down... Yeah, all right, let's just poll on that. How's that sound? So floor grating is not airtight. Purposefully, and that can work to your advantage. It allows for easier flow of air around the base. But where I'm working outside, I'm gonna want, you know, walls. Floor grating is also cheaper, I suppose, so it has some distinct advantages. Cladding is usually for the externals, and it's almost always cosmetic. So right now I'm going to go fix the, or add walls to the vacuum room so that we, so that we're good there, so that we don't accidentally crack into the vacuum room and screw up our AC. There's a lot of projects that need to be done before I do, more power, I guess. I could add wind to it. Yeah, maybe I'll add some wind, and then do the rest. So into the vacuum room. So these 2 walls here that you see need, or these frames need walls, basically. It looks like you're all voting on floor grating too. So outside, in this environment here, is just pure vacuum. There's like nothing else. Which is why the sound's so muffled. But now, yeah, we're good at this point. We don't have, you know, we can remove that frame and it won't, like, implode and screw up our AC. And it looks like floor grating is going to win, so I can remove that where the hydroponics are. I ought to, like, put this in my mining belt. Would I do that? Okay. That won't be annoying. We're still holding at 3 moles of O2. We haven't gone up to 4. I'll try to not be sad about that. I don't think so. Music. I don't think so. You're not chill enough. Now, the other big project is, as I said, the removing or replacing all of the non-heavy cables with heavy cables so that I can actually add power to the grid. So I'm going to cut out some of the cables behind our battery that feeds to the grid here and replace it with heavy ones so that I can add wind to supplement, because we are getting a bit of a brownout. It doesn't concern me, but it's something that we're going to want to solve. So let's go outside, and before I do that, let's make a few turbines. And put this stuff away. Aren't I filtering out the O2? Yes. I am very slowly and very passively filtering out the O2. That is true. I wonder if these stack. Hey, they do. So another thing I could do is I could look at my O2 amount and see if it climbs. So right now I'm at 988 moles. And if we remember 988, which God knows, I can barely remember anything. But if we remember 998, we can see if our O2 that the ferns are making is actually just going into the tank. Because I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. So we're going to do 5 wind turbines. I think that's all the iron I have. And given my power shortage, I should probably stop arc smelting, but whatever. And yes, I did turn on the vent. The vent can stay on until morning. It's the, that's not what's fatal. What's fatal is turning this gas mixer on. That's the fatality. Because the vent just adds nitrogen to my nitrogen tank and X to my X tank. That's all it does. And there's not a lot of nitrogen or X out there. So before it becomes daytime and before I forget, I really need to get these heavy cables up or I'm super screwed. So let's focus on that. Focus, Rad. Focus. Focus. Uh-oh. It's 50%. I wish it would say like 50% warning rather than low. Low makes it sound scary. At 50%, it's like, oh, I've got lots of room. All right, so this was the line that goes to the power up top that needs to be replaced with heavy watt so that we can make more power. Reconstruct the smelter vent. I don't know what you mean. I don't need the smelter right now. That doesn't matter to me. I might not have enough heavy, but as you can see, you can't just paint over the heavy. You have to replace the normals first. So let's cut as many normals until we have 34 normals, and then replace whatever we can with heavy. But basically, this entire network has to be heavy cables before I add any wind to it, or it will burn out and blow up and brown me out and kill me. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure. There's also the question of where do I put my my wind turbines, like physically in the world. All right, I'm definitely going to need some more cables. So that's 34. As long as this is connected before daytime, the solar panels will generate power for me. But if I can replace all of the normal cables up there with heavy cables, it will, you know, I could slap down the wind. But it's a bit of a race against time now. The heavy junctions do look cool. One of the things I really hope that they refactor or redesign is now that there is the concept of gas tubes and liquid tubes, to make the gas tubes look more like air ducts. Not quite like chutes, but like proper air ducting. Like smaller air ducting, but proper air ducting so that they're less confusing to new players. If Crash M's here, he'll know what I'm talking about. All right, well, this battery looks sad. Heavy cables, heavy cables. Okay, I am, it's becoming daytime. So if it's becoming daytime, I'm obviously not going to be able to complete this project, but I can make some stuff. So if it's becoming daytime, let's shut that down. That gives us a little bit more nitrogen to work with. But our nitrogen tanks weren't empty or anything. Hey, 4 moles of O2. And then also, it's still 988. So if it's still 988, we're not sipping oxygen from the Atmo at like a rate that matters. But 4 moles is good. We are climbing. We are climbing. The ratio of N2 to CO2 that I've set up is what again? 95.5. So we're slowly approaching that. We obviously are going to dramatically reduce the amount of CO2 that we have in the base. This entire reel of 50 cables I'm going to put away as well. One thing I did not manage to do, which I meant to, but I didn't get around to it, is to add wall tiles on the other side of these 2 frames, so I can remove these frames. Oh, and this one here too. So that's another goal, is just to frame up this thing, but you guys also voted for floor gratings, so let me do that. Floor grating is made out of iron. Do I have spare iron anywhere? I have 2 iron here. Good, that will give me 2 floor gratings. Super important right there. Okay, what is it? Crowbar? Oh. So on the other side of this is vacuum. So I have to be careful how deeply I crowbar. Or ripperonis to me. But I think... it will... I mean, it'll look fine. It'll be fine. And then... Luckily, the vacuum can be held back just with walls alone. Walls have a much higher KPA tolerance than vacuum. So the walls I just liberated just now, these walls can be used to insulate my base a little bit come next daytime. All right, that's 32 heavy cables. Let me just keep printing up more. And floor grading. God, this is some peaceful music. That's what the floor grading looks like, and when we have floor grading everywhere else, I'll be able to actually look through it, which is going to be pretty cool. In fact, let's get some floor grading right now. So give me iron. Oh, I'm out of iron. Like everywhere in the base out. Okay, never mind. I'll work on the floor grading another time because I have no iron there, no iron here, no iron here, no iron there. Yep. I am legitimately out of iron. Okay, cool. That's fine. Getting a little hot, but not to a point where it's concerning. All right, let's get up to 50 more heavy cable coils. It's probably more than I need. So the next question to all of you, you don't have to submit goals for this, but where do you think my wind turbine should go? I could set up, see where the iron frames are. I could set them up to go left and right, or what is that? East and west, to create a bit of a T shape up there, up top. They should not go on the same beam that the solar panels are, because there's no point in wasting that real estate. Do they have to be upright? Probably, I'd imagine. I don't think you could put them upside down. It'd be cool if they could hang upside down. But no, they only rotate on this axis, as you can see. They look like this. Oops. Alright, here's my 50th cable. Actually, let's stop at 49. It's gonna bother some people, but the reason I did is I have round grams of gold and copper left, not 0.5. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm sure it's coded not to work indoors, because, I mean, kind of why would it? Let's see, have we sipped any O2? Still 988. So I guess we haven't sipped any O2. So if you guys prefer, if anyone wants to propose an alternative design of where the wind turbines go, I could put the wind turbines, ideally they would not be too far from this heavy cable, because I would need to add a lot more heavy cable the further it is from this heavy cable. So the T design puts it right where the heavy cables are, which is probably the cheapest. However, I could put them on the roof of my base, as long as they don't block the windows for the ferns. Speaking of ferns, I have no iron left, never mind. I was gonna say I could start planting potatoes, because I feel pretty confident that I'm not gonna ruin them. I could add a bar below the solar too. That is an alternative. So those are the two ideas I have so far. Why do I still have a pull up? Because I'm dumb. Because I get distracted easily. I'm gonna turn off everything unnecessary. Just to save a little bit of power. Let me see about my power usage right now. Soon it will not be a problem once I add this new project. What are my actual uses? Wait, I'm using... Oh, it's because of the AC. Yeah, the AC is just destroying my my power. But it's one of those sort of necessary evils, I think. If I turned off the AC, my power usage would be 395 watts. It's honestly not enough wattage to warrant turning that off, because that's 10 watts, and then this is what, like 25 watts? So we're at 4 or 5 now. So that's 50 watts. It's 50 watts, but I'd like to be able to see the outside temperature. What I can do to bring the temperature down is switch out the batteries for the air conditioner battery, and then turn the air conditioner on for a bit. Obviously, that would that would cool things down a bit. And it's battery powered, so it's not draining my grid until I, you know, until I switch the battery out for a fresh one. Actual atmospherics kit air conditioners, like, suck compared to wall coolers, in my opinion. Can I make large batteries for those two? Yes, with steel. That's why I have the goal right now, make more steel. I don't have enough to make large batteries, steel-wise. All right, we're getting to a point where I can almost go outside. So if I'm going outside, the first thing I'm going to do is slap down some walls. I'm going to slap down some walls to be able to remove some frames and have a second floor with the base. And then I will mine some iron and replace some heavy cables. While I'm waiting for the sun to go down, let me just watch the propellant tanks. I'll sort of stand by. I could also add grating in the airlock, and I could add grating all over the floors here. Yes, so this should vent out to... Fangface, I now know what you're talking about. That should vent out outside, as previously agreed. All right, that's pressurized enough. Okay, it's cool. It's cool enough. Is there any reason I can't go outside right now? I don't even think I need to fill this with new nitrogen right now. So I'm not even going to turn that on. So let's skip out. I should check on the solar panels, but I was just up there and I don't think I had any solar power damage. I think our panels are okay. But we'll see. I do have duct tape with me. MK2 duct tape. Always, 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 always carry your duct tape. Because if you ever have a suit leak and you don't have duct tape on you, you're dead. You are dead. So, my solar power panels are undamaged entirely. Oh, no, they need patching. Wait, where's their damage? Oh, yeah, I see their damage meter. Alright, we're going to use some duct tape then. Good to know. I misspoke. Alright, let's rip this up. I'm going to have to make some duct tape. Do I have an affiliate link for Stationeers? I have a blanket affiliate link for all of Green Man Gaming. But if you don't want to buy it on Green Man Gaming, or if it's not offered in Green Man Gaming, I would not have an affiliate link. So I'm going to pause for just a second and have you guys vote on something. How should I lay out the wind power? T-shape framing below the solar. So let me try to demonstrate. T-shape framing would be like this, where I would have a frame come out here going west and a frame coming out, or whatever, east-west, and a frame coming out here going east. That would be a little problematic with the daylight sensor, so I might do it one rung down. And then the below the solar is just a frame, like a double bar here, going that way. Either or is fine. I just need to know which way that you guys prefer, and I will set it up as such. Okay. Thankfully, I have plenty of cable for this. I wish the solar panels were facing the other way. They're like facing me, so they're not giving me a walkway to really walk on here. Go away, panels. Fine, I'll use my jetpack. As you can see, the panels, even though it's nighttime, they're moving to adjust to where daytime will be. So they keep nudging me off the, like, proverbial cliff here. Alright, so all of the solar power panels are hooked up. It's a cable that runs straight into our big battery. Now that that's done, I'm going to give you all time, a little bit more time to vote on how you want things laid out. So instead, we're going to... There's no good reason this can't be a window. Except for I don't have glass. But I like windows. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glass. Before I go back inside, before I cycle this, I need to get some iron because I don't even have the iron to make iron frames. I mean, I do in my belt, but that's... I wanted to reserve that for steel, if possible. This looks like coal. The guy's breathing a little heavy. Yeah, my OT tank is getting a little thin. But I'm not in any danger. Oh, I have the wrong belt on. Where did they, get over here? So let's get a few hundred copper, iron past what we were using for steel. So we're not constantly, iron poor. Can anyone think of a good reason why my copper didn't? Nah, I'll get that. I don't really care. Oh, is this ice? No. But that's not iron. Yeah, that's ice. Ice would be good too for water. I'll have to remember that there are ices there. Below the solar looks to be the winner. I like it. I have another question to ask you in a second. Actually, let me just hold a stack too. Why not? And I will have you, if you'd be so kind, to remind me to make duct tape and fix my panels, because they're all about to go kablooey. Junk. All right, the next is this project done when I add 10 wind? Yes, no. So the current project that you all voted on was adding a mix of solar and wind. So if I add 10 wind, is it done? Do I move on to the next project, or do I still have stuff yet to work on? Do I add more to the grid? Hey, music, keep playing. Is that really smelting? Usually iron smelts pretty quick. I have no reason to believe it isn't. So I need to make at least 10 frames and 10 sheets out of iron to finish this up. Alright, I'll just hit the button again. I don't trust it. While I wait, even though I'm low on power, I'm just going to be... that doesn't need to be charged. Charging up all my tools. Come on, iron. Let's go. What happened to my ceiling lights? I'm low on power. And also duct tape. Yeah, duct tape requires iron. Oddly. So here's duct tape, 2 iron. Until this smelter smelts. Well, the button's on, so... You know what? I bet gold was left in it. Or the copper or something? I don't know. It was taking a while. Let's turn off the AC. This is 38C in here. That's pretty comfortable. As far as plants are concerned. The battery up here died. This is a terrible idea, but... Oh, it had a small battery. Oh, because it was this battery that died. Yeah. Alright, let's turn off the AC, because we don't actually need it on right now. Oh my god, what is in that stupid thing that's taking forever and a day? I'm thirsty. Oh, I heard it go clink. I heard the clink. It was copper. Okay. Yeah, copper takes longer than iron, so... Now, it wasn't bugged out. It was just... It had a different material in there than I thought. Alright, daylight's coming. And I have not... finished. Because I think next in the hopper might have been more copper. How much nitrogen do I have? 1.6. These tanks are... Let's stuff them a little bit. Oh no, here's iron. Let's just hope we don't have a storm. Because I have no ability to protect myself from a storm right now. Because those panels up top are sad. So, other things that we need to do. Let's think about this. We need to... We added... We're going to need more silicone than I currently have. I need... What? Glass sheets. I need 8 of them. What's the O2 look like? I'll look in a sec. So the glass sheets are for the new windows for our new second floor. So we'll need, we'll want inside and outside windows, and I'm going to want to set that up at night so our windows don't blow out. I'm still a little worried about them blowing out, but we'll try to set it up at night. We need to vent this out outside. We need to reset up the furnace so that we can actually make some steel. You warned me about the mixing tanks. It's like a mental illness, really, honestly. I can't seem to remember that stupid mixing tank, even though I read it. And it was not enough time to avoid that explosion. But it autosaved like 1 minute before the mixer, so... Why didn't I use smart canisters that can go up to 20 kPa? Why do I have to use the normal ones? Because I don't think I can make the smart canisters. Alright, stop what I'm doing. Run, 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 run. Oh, this is before I even turned on the mixer. Hey guys, my mixer's on. Why haven't I automated it yet? Because I'm trying to work, I'm putting a good faith effort into working on the things that you told me to work on. And this was not voted on. Also, a little bit because my gas mixer blows up because I'm stupid, but my power is actually really low. So one can be fixed with me not being stupid. The other has to be fixed in-game through me building stuff. All right, that's close enough. That's good enough. And it would be so easy. All I'd have to do is put, like, a pressure regulator or something, you know, or AI or whatever. What are the costs of smart canisters? I don't think I can make them, actually. No, I can't make them yet, so. It would actually just be a portable tank. So, yeah, I think everybody here at this point probably understands the problem. So as far as I know, I don't have to re-explain it. But I have to be very, very, very careful about wrenching here because I don't want to vent my base out. Okay, there we go. This is going to be moved because everything that comes out of our air conditioner is such a terrible temperature that, like, I don't want to have it add to base gas. Could you rotate out? Yeah, there we go. So now when I want to jettison out gas, I'll put a passive vent on the other side of this eventually when I can go outside, and that way we can kick base gas out of the base, but not have it, you know, be a problem. Hey, hydrate. Cheers. Wonder if I could get my wife to make me more tea. I'd be very happy if I had more tea. So let's check. You asked me about oxygen, right? Oxygen that was not included. The tank is at the same amount of moles. The atmosphere is at 5 moles. We're at 2% O2. If I am not passively filtering through this back regulator... Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be passively filtering yet because there's not enough pressure in the base anyway. But yeah, just keep climbing. You know, one thing I could work on is I can add the floor gratings that you all voted on. So let me work on that. Smelt. Smelt for my amusement. Another one would be adding a fill station for my O2. That would be good. That is actually something I should probably work on immediately because I have almost no O2. So that would be a pressure regulator, which needs iron and gold and copper. Okay. You've been watching Rhadamant Plays Stationeers Venus episode 16, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you would like to get your live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that there is, well, 20-something hours yet to air. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.